Respect.
We're not saying real words.
Let's get into it.
What are we talking about?
Dating fatigues. I've been dating since I've been 15. I'm tired.
Dang, only 15? I was like,
Dating fatigue. And I'm sure in this era, everybody has some horror stories and some funny stories, but more than the stories, everybody has questions that need answers. How do we make it stop? But before we get into that, Leah, because you've been dating since you was 15.
I'm tired.
All right. Why? Tell us about it. Like, start from somewhere.
Start from somewhere. I don't know. Where do you want me to start? I just feel like nowadays, and we've had this conversation plenty of times, it's like men are looking for love, women are looking for love, but then for some reason there's this disconnect. And then there's the whole men are the prize, women are the prize. And it's just, why are we not meeting in the middle?
Well, I think y'all not meeting in the middle because basically everybody point of view is skewed to their benefit. The men are saying they're the prize because of all what they have to do to maintain a relationship, a household, and maintain a woman. But women are saying that they're the prize as well. All they have to do to maintain a household and help maintain a man. So basically we have two people fighting over who should be taken care of really well. Both parties should be taken care of really well. The women shouldn't be like, well, I'm the prize, so you should bend over backwards for me. You should make exceptions for me because I'm the prize. You should put up with my bullshit. You should allow me to bring nothing to the table. And
that's another thing too, like the whole, what do you bring to the table? And this,
well,
like,
that's the wrong
let me ask,
question.
but any man that asks that is clearly jaded.
Right.
And any man that asks a woman, what do you bring to the table, clearly has signs of narcissism. And I'm not the kind of man that bash other men unnecessarily, but why are you asking her what she brings to the table? Like, what are you finna do that's so magnificent that you need to go over her references right now and get a verbal affirmation? Because she could say anything. That's and real. It's just her words. Yeah. You have to date her and be around her and actually pursue her and cajole her and examine her moral scruples and take inventory of her personality and her transgressions to gauge what she brings to the table. Because you could ask her,
what that boy said? That boy said some words.
And examine her moral scruples and take
her moral scruples. What's good? What they do, man? It's your boy Purple Lips back with another Purple Lip breakdown. You know what I'm saying? When we talk, we call out all the lies and protect the family, and we bring truth to the surface. And today we're gonna be talking. We're gonna be reacting to this podcast, Humans with Brain podcast, and this guy was cooking. And to be honest with you, he's right on cue. You know what I'm saying? Today we're breaking down the truth. Too many people overlook that basically it's not about, and this men can take this advice and women can take this advice, because it's not about what people say, it's not about what they show you, it's about the patterns. They got to do it over and over and over again, because at the end of the day, it's if he or she shows up late every time and she creates chaos or he creates chaos every month, that's the real message. You know what I'm saying? But this man gonna go ahead and break it down a different way. I can't say it the way he does, but this man was cooking the whole time. I probably not even say much on this video. Let's get it. Let's go. This is the Purple Lip breakdown. Let's go on the road to 100 subs. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your comments. Leave a comment or leave your thoughts in your comments. I always have a problem saying that. Respect. Let's get it. Let's go.
Inventory of her personality and her transgressions to gauge what she brings to the table. Because you could ask her, she could say anything, but who are you? Like, what are you finna do where you need to know that? Like, before I buy you this estate, because I'm about to buy you an estate tomorrow, what do you bring to the table?
I feel like that happens because like men that aren't serious about what they want to do try to I don't want to say demean, but kind of maybe get women to come down to a certain level so that they're willing to date them. Because there's like this element of like what, like you said, like, okay, and if I bring a whole lot, it's like women aren't supposed to necessarily brag about what they have. Oh, I got a degree, I got this, I'm independent. Like men are like, ugh, I don't need you to be independent. I don't need you to do anything but be fit, feminine, and like I don't need you to be like. So, what are we supposed to lead with? Period.
I just feel like the moment that he asks that question and you answer it, you're already like losing value by answering it because you're damn near proving yourself to somebody.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do I bring to the table? I can bring another you.
Man.
Y'all think drop y'all comments. Y'all think it's necessary to ask the question, what do you bring to the table? First two dates or first two counteractions, or just getting to know someone at the beginning stages. What do you bring to the table? Do you think that's offensive? And if you think it's offensive, why is it offensive? I'm just curious of your thoughts. Let me know.
I said the same.
I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
life can come out of me.
Yeah,
I can create life. I can bring another you. That's what I mean. Like,
is that what you say when they ask you that? They say, well, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table?
First of all, why are you so hot?
I would have been like, are you okay?
Right. Why are you
like,
so hot?
I would be like, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I bring nothing to the table.
Because why? Respond.
I just feel like the moment you really start explaining those things, like you said, you're like, oh, I have a degree, I have this, I have that. Like, no, you just lost your value. Because you're literally explaining to someone like, this is what I can give you.
Now, let me say this, because I would be remiss if I don't. Again, now I already said that they're probably jaded as a man if they ask that question.
Women are jaded too.
We'll get there.
Okay. Oh, damn.
But I think it's a stupid question to ask because, again, how do you answer that honestly? Like, how do you even know if she's being honest?
Right.
But why are you asking that?
Because there's a lot of bad bitches in this generation.
I think it's an element of a man trying to get a woman to realize you're not bringing much, so you should date me. I really think it's a method to
wait,
be like,
what?
Like, I think it's
for real. What?
I think it's I literally just, it's like a method to kind of get a guy to kind of be a girl to be like, well, okay, why don't you do that? I don't care about that. Now what? Okay, so all I need you for is you. You want to go to dinner Saturday? Like, I think it's a way to narrow down the big-headedness or the entitlement of a woman. Because what do you need her to bring to the table?
Right. Well, that's what I was about to say. That's a perfect question. What a man of power, purpose, and possibility needs a woman to bring to the table is divine discernment, spiritual provision, and be nurturing. Anticipate what he needs and spring into action and fulfill his needs so that he can fulfill your needs and wants.
Okay.
And that's something that if you ask her, she can't necessarily articulate that. And even if she could articulate it, she could be lying. You have to date her to see if she brings. So what do you need her to bring? If you need her to bring attentiveness, the more you date her, the more you see how attentive she is. If you need a woman that's going to be cooperative and prompt, when you date her, you will see how cooperative and she's giving you the answers through her actions. See, I don't trust words.
Same.
I don't even trust actions. I trust patterns.
What? This man dropped a bar right there. You don't trust words. You don't trust actions. You trust patterns. Ain't gonna lie, that's some game right there. I'm actually take that from him. You know what I'm saying? That was hard.
You will see how cooperative and she's giving you the answers through her actions. See, I don't trust words.
Same.
I don't even trust actions. I trust patterns. Your pattern of behavior is going to shape the way I deal with you, and nothing that comes out of your mouth is going to change that. Your words will
100% facts. Yo, anyone can say the right thing. Anyone can show you a few actions. But consistency reveals the character. Patterns don't lie. Patterns do not lie.
not change.
That brother just cooked right there.
what I've seen and I felt from your behavior. I'm using your behavior to navigate the relationship with you. So if you
That's
want to
smart.
know what she brings to the table, start to date her, you will see. Here's a trick. Here's a trick. You want somebody that's going to be cooperative and prompt. You out with her, and y'all go out, you say, when y'all get done with the date, yeah, call me as soon as you get in the house, let me know. Start there. If she don't hit you, but 2 hours later, the next morning, if she don't hit you soon as she get in the house, like you said, you got all the information you need, bro.
Damn near.
If she's selfish, pay to get her nails done. That's what you do. If you serious about trying to find a wife and a woman that you want to provide for, don't ask her these questions. Give her these tests. Pay to get her nails done.
Hey, how many of y'all agree with that? Y'all drop y'all comments if y'all agree with that. And have you ever done that before? You know what I'm saying? Have you ever just I guess at the beginning stages pay for her nails or do a nice gesture like that, pay for her groceries or something like that, and see how she handle it? It's a valid test. I've never done that before, but drop your comments if you ever did that before.
At the very minimum, if she's the one for you, the very minimum, she's gonna send you a photo, babe. Look, damn.
But damn, y'all just
But wait,
going on a
listen,
date.
listen.
Wait,
Listen. Pay for her nails. At the very minimum, if she's the one for you, she'll at least send a picture. Babe, look, thank you. How you like them? At the very most, well, like she wife, she'll ask you, how do you like them? If she don't ask how you like them, don't send you a picture, that's a sign that she's selfish and won't be attentive. That's my point. So you can find out what she brings to the table just by doing small things like that and giving her these type of tests, because then you can track her behavior.
What's the topic of this episode?
Dating fatigue.
Dating fatigue.
And that's how you get there real fast. Like, you're gonna keep getting women's nails done to find out if they send you a picture?
Well, no, he's saying, okay, hold on.
This is meeting somebody.
Wait, okay, so can we
Dating, all right, well, go ahead.
No, I want to piggyback on, he said the nurturing, like, the list, right? If a guy, like when a guy is looking for a woman and that list, he said be nurturing, right? I feel like I've navigated in these spaces and I hear this a lot. The more you do for a man, the less he does for you.
Well,
I feel like, sorry, I just want to know, like, where's the truth? I don't know, because
it has to be for the right guy.
Well,
first,
yeah, that's what. Go ahead.
But also, you need to, women in general, so you have to realize, like, the man is saying, "What do you bring to the table?" Think about that, right? When you go to a restaurant, you pay the check and you leave. If he really cared about what you were about long term, he is going to invest in time in seeing that.
Right.
The fact that he is trying to get that up front as probably a tactic to diminish you, lets you know that that's not what he's actually in it for. So I think before you even get to that, the table, what table? Like, what are we talking about? What is your definition of a table? Is this long term? Is this so I don't think that women in general on our side are doing enough to figure out what type of table are we building. A table where you hit for 3 months, or a table where we're going to sit and eat on this for the rest of our lives. Like, what is your definition of a table? Like, even like, not to say that you would ask him, but
talking about this damn table.
But I'm just saying,
that question. No, but I'm saying that's the question that a lot of guys these days lead with.
I've never been asked.
I don't know why.
I've never been asked that, but
again, I don't know why they ask.
Maybe they could tell us.
I do know why. I know. I'm trying to get it out. They're jaded. Really, that's the main reason that I can think of. They're gonna ask that because they're like, Jesus, what am I going to have to put up with? But
what do you think men do wrong then?
But see,
besides
they choose wrong.
Well,
I feel
they choose wrong. But that what you asked me.
What I meant, like, literally, because here's the thing. I think that people
choosing wrong is the crux of your problems. Yeah. You have dating fatigue because you continuously choose wrong. I remember I used to buy fucked up tomatoes. Every time my wife would send me to the store for a tomato, I'm looking for the one that's red, and I'm like, I want red, cool. This one cool. Let me grab it. Okay, it's firm, love it. Boom. She like, this is no good. I'm like, man, it's good. I'm arguing her down. Cook with it anyway. It's on my burger and my tacos. I can taste the difference. Damn, every time I try to pick a tomato is wrong. Then I looked up how to pick a tomato. Like, oh, there's a right way. Like, if it's heavy for its size, that indicates the juiciness.
Yeah.
If it has blemishes, it's going to be tart. There's different things. So now I know that same way you pick a tomato, and there's a method to that. There's a method to picking a mate. And a lot of y'all don't understand what you should be looking for, because you should understand every relationship you get into, and this is going to be controversial, but seriously, every relationship you enter, you're really entering a relationship with the worst parts of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't heal whatever trauma you've been through, whether when you was a child, a adolescent, a teenager, or your last relationship, you're going to choose your mate based on your trauma and the areas you're bleeding from. For example, let's say your last dude he wasn't big on communication, but this guy is hitting you up all the time, and you like, yo, he's so communicative. You falling in love with just that. You blind to the rest of the things because you were missing somebody that was going to be communicating in your love language.
Nah, that's 100% fact. I ain't even lie to you. Like, knowing yourself, it kind of like helps you see others more clearly. Like, if you're not basically like healed or honest with yourself, you basically ignore red flags or justify toxic behavior. That's why I preach self-awareness. You know, self-awareness protects your future families and your emotional peace. So I don't know, you know, choosing your partner it's about aligning. It's about alignment. You know what I'm saying? Not just attraction alone. So I agree with this guy. Drop your comments if you agree with this guy or not.
So you chose him from a spot that you're actually bleeding from. You're dating the worst parts of yourself. That's why you keep running into fuck boys, because it's something about you that is drawn to that. You have an affinity for fuck boys. So that's why you have dating fatigue, because you're not actually healing what's inside of you before you go choose your next. You just choose your next based on what's hurting and what needs to be soothed.
I also feel like I have dating dating fatigue because I have ignored red flags that cost me later on.
Well, why did you ignore those red flags?
I think I was more so in love with the man I thought he could be.
Potential.
So what made you focus on his potential more than his reality?
I guess it could kind of get toxic in a way where,
tell the truth.
you know, when things go sour and then the next thing you know, they're sorry and they make these grand gestures and.
But I hear that, but what I'm asking is, if you already saw, because you said you ignore those red flags.
Right.
So you're looking at what he actually is and saying, but this is what he could be. But you see exactly what he is. He could be a goddamn dragon if he got a good makeup artist.
But you got to understand, a lot of people do that.
I want to know
in
from
the
her
future.
why you decided to do that. Because
I guess I was extending grace and I was being compassionate, and I wanted to see if this person was really going to live up to the things that they said they were going to do.
We always think our happiness is in the future. We always think it's out in front of us. That's why, because we always think we're supposed to get something together for later. Everything that we do is for later. Savings for later, investment for later. Everything is for later. And we are never in the now. We never assess what needs to be good about right now. And so if we do that, then we're like, right now you're not for me, you're not for me later. Like, you can't be better for me later.
Right.
Ooh, but yo, that was hard. If you're not here for me now, then you can't be here. I mean, if you're not here for me now, then you can't be there for me later. That's real.
Needs to be good about right now. And so if we
agree.
do that, then we're like, right now you're not for me, you're not for me later.
Damn.
Like, you can't be better for me later.
Right.
Ooh,
But
that was a bar. You landed that good. I don't think most people is gonna understand that. Let me try to say it. Like, that was really a bar. We almost glazed over that. For the damn, Jen, give me some.
Okay.
Let me reiterate that. Seriously, pay attention. Take notes. Seriously. Leah Nika said she was overlooking the right now, even though she see the red flags now and everything that's chaotic now, overlooking that now because the potential of what he might be in the future. And after we get over what's going over right now and later, then we'll be happy. She was looking at the later. What Jen just said is if they ain't good for you now, they ain't gonna be good for you later. How you waiting on the later? Don't ever
That's
wait
real.
on the later. If they're not good
That
for
is real. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. If they ain't here for you now, how the hell they gonna show up for you later? That's not just. It's not. It's like basically showing you the patterns. Basically, what we was talking about earlier. The patterns is gonna show you everything the character of the person is. You know what I mean? And that's really what you need to choose based off of. Pay attention to the character, the alignment, and the values. You know what I'm saying? They all have to align.
you now, they won't be good for you later.
It's a false sense of reality. It's like
False sense of hope.
yeah.
And I
That's
think
it.
in those moments that I was, giving them chances and whatnot, I think it was more so I was operating in a space of like, I'm projecting. I don't want somebody to give up on me.
Mm.
So I wasn't
I was
giving up
hoping you
on
said
them.
that. She just proved my point. When you dating the worst parts of yourself. You dating from the parts you're not healed from.
Right.
So she said she let the infantile inertia continue
Mhm.
because I don't want anybody to give up on me because I struggle with that. So you are dating the worst parts of yourself.
Right.
Yep.
But
Once you begin to heal
right.
and address the things that's wrong with you, you will start to be a better picker. But you
Yeah.
choose it wrong because you're dating from the point of your trauma. You're not dating from the point of your healing.
Hence, not
let me
guarding
say
your
this,
heart
though.
at all. You're
Even
not
the
guarding
wrong
your heart
moves
at all. Yeah.
are the right moves in retrospect because
Nah, that brother just cooking. He was cooking a lot. He was cooking a lot through this episode. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm actually gonna make another reaction to that same episode of that channel in that same episode because he was cooking on that whole thing. But family, here's the purple lip breakdown, man. Stop falling for the potential. Stop clinging on to the promises. Start paying attention to the patterns. That's what you basically got to take away from this. Pay attention to the patterns. If you want peace in your household, if you want love, if you want love to last, and you have to stop. You have to stop ignoring the truth, and you already the truth. See the truth that you already see. And ladies, basically, it's not a weakness to admit the past mistakes. It's a strength. You feel me? It's just that's the way that you show growth. That's the way you stop choosing pain and start choosing peace. We could date for fun, but really, you have to date with a purpose, date to build. And this is the Purple Lip Breakdown. Till next time, your boy Tired. I'm gonna holla at you.